Tonight on IFAF.
Idaho Falls and flu.
Ew.
Ew, David.
Want to get weird and play Mario Kart?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I think she's holding a bag of shrooms or something. So this is what to look for. It says, Idaho Falls resident, we want to hear from you.
I couldn't believe that I got this because I was hoping that I would get one.
Mm-hmm. These are the dozen construction projects we have. Do them as far away from each other as possible. Like there's a little bit of strategery there.
Kookaburra, or something like that.
You know the song?
I know.
I don't know the song.
I know that song, but I don't know
How many songs about kookaburras can there be?
Right.
IFAF, Idaho Falls Local, Independent, Alternative, Media, with Mike Nelson and Karley Morgan.
Oh, look, we have our own AI summary now.
Really?
If you type in, what is the Idaho Falls podcast, it says, the Idaho Falls podcast, IFAF, is a local news podcast that covers topics such as business, the arts, and culture in Idaho Falls, Idaho.
Whoa.
Hosted by Mike Nelson and Karley Morgan.
Does this mean that we made it?
I guess.
That's kind of cool.
Topics covered include local news.
I mean,
I don't know. Not a news station.
Infotainment. There's a little info, but lots of tainment.
Yeah, okay. Business updates, art exhibits, concerts, interviews with local people, discussion of local events. All right, we'll take it.
Pretty
Thanks.
cool.
AI. Boy, in 18 months, we went from no one knew anything. We didn't even know what the hell we were doing.
You can tell by how bad it looked.
To the Idaho Falls podcast. Anyway, welcome back and good evening, ungovernables, outliers, independent thinkers. Click like. Consider rating this. And we'd prefer 5 stars, but whatever you honestly feel.
Be honest with us.
If we're a 4-star show, we're not going to bully you like those other people do, like Airbnb hosts do. Anything less than 5 stars is bad for us, so I hope you really aren't thinking about doing that.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
It ruins the whole rating system.
Coming up on tonight's episode, we talk about a local TV news anchor who we're going to have to say goodbye to, I guess, because they're not renewing his contract.
Crazy. Plus, we had chili dogs with the Mr. Chili Dog of Idaho Falls.
More construction. Are you kidding me?
And my wish came true. I got selected for the Idaho Falls survey.
So we've got a little insider information. On the survey that the city of Idaho Falls has sent out that we've been talking about since Rebecca Casper gave her State of the City address.
I'm practically abuzz with excitement.
Oh, how juicy. And a very cool Super Bowl commercial, in case you missed it, that features a business in Jackson Hole. Well, we hope you and yours had a nice Valentine's Day. Galentine's Day.
Halloween, if you will. I think that's kind of what we look appropriate for.
We'll explain these outfits here in just a minute. As a guy, I thought, how come there's no Palentine's Day?
Oh, that's cute. I like that idea.
You hang out with your pals.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. I love that idea.
Singles Awareness Day. We saw a guy refer to it as Suicide Encouragement Day.
Ooh, Unalive Encouragement Day.
My bad.
Encouragement, whoops.
Yeah. Not to brag, I did get a pretty steamy message from Team Snapchat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hot. Should I be jealous?
Every holiday. It's so disappointing, isn't it?
I know.
Oh, someone's thinking about me. No.
You know, that being said,
it's a soulless, faceless corporation.
Okay, but realistically, as a gal, I would much rather get that than what you might intend or might expect to get on Valentine's Day from someone that you didn't ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's impressed if they didn't ask, by the way. They're always disgusted.
I saw something I thought that was for Love at First Bite.
Oh, yeah.
Which we talked about last episode. They're moving, having a moving sale, moving into the old Bill's Bike and Snow location. And then I had to scroll back up and I realized it wasn't for Love at First Bite. It was for Grand Peaks Prime Meats.
Okay, that's so funny you say that because I saw the same thing and thought the same thing.
And I guess that's just what you get when you have a generic name or a name that is already an expression.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Love at First Bite is generic necessarily, but...
No, I mean... Certainly what they sell is not generic. No. It's really good stuff.
But that expression is generic.
Yeah, it's a pretty obvious pun.
So with that in mind, and this is just the way my mind works, I want to do something for the algorithm and throw in some keywords, and no one can stop me, Carl.
Not even me.
I just want to say that on this show, you'll get our commentary on East Idaho news and local news 8 times better than other shows.
Yeah.
That's what you'll find here.
We're not going to tell you which other shows, but,
yeah,
or what metrics we use to say that we're 8 times better than them.
Did those all come out in the right order? I think they did.
Yeah.
I think we got away with that. Comments and follow-ups.
Let's do it.
Oh, first, outfits.
Oh, yeah.
We're so excited to be wearing basically our outfits for the Gothic Gala.
Mm-hmm. I'm so stoked to go to this.
Now, we're both hetero. We're both cis. I hope that's okay, because it is the Queerhearts Gothic Gala.
Yeah.
But we're allies. We talk about Pride Month.
Absolutely.
Have friends that are gay, bi, trans. So, we want it. Plus, it's an excuse to dress like this.
Right.
To dress like you're straight out of the Addams Family.
Yes, and I will say, at the end of the day, sexuality is a spectrum. So we're all somewhere on it.
As a cis Idahoan, yeah, I'm pretty vanilla, I guess. But
something tells me that you're not quite as vanilla as you think. You're probably not all the way to one end of the spectrum.
I do encourage people to let their freak flags fly.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you're willing to wear guy liner, you're clearly not at the very end of the spectrum.
Right? Oh, I should have put on some black lipstick or something.
That would have been cool.
Dang.
Next time.
Anyway, the Gothic Gala is, correct me if I'm wrong, this Saturday night at the Deck.
Yes.
The Downtown Events Center. And it'll be a party. Yay.
And can I say, too, I'm so glad it's on a Saturday night, because then I don't have to go from work to a thing and try to get ready in like an hour, because they always do it at 6. It's never at 7, so you have a little breathing room. It's always 1 hour later.
Don't you people eat dinner?
Well, and glam takes a second,
It does.
Yeah. So it's really nice to have a day where I can get up late, take a bath, ice my face, put on a face mask, do all of the steps to make sure that I look my very best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of looking our very best, here we were over the weekend. Saturday night was the Red Dress Concert. The Ladies of Jazz, right?
Yes.
And that was a lot of fun, too. Well done, IF Symphony.
Yeah, you might notice that I did a little bit of a Roaring 20s theme with my look. Because, when you think jazz, you think 20s.
You do. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. So I wonder if the Gothic Gala, are they going to play Ministry?
Oh.
And 80s industrial Skinny Puppy?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
What are they going to play? Are they going to play Shostakovich's Waltz No. 2?
So I actually went to the Curiosities and Oddities Market this last weekend, which we'll get to.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I ran into none other than exactly who you'd expect me to, Maddie Danger.
I knew it.
Who mentioned that she and her crew have been sending the DJ for the Gothic Gala a bunch of songs that they're hoping that that they'll play.
Sweet.
I know.
Okay.
So if she's helping curate, I have absolute faith in it.
All right. Can't wait to see what they play.
It'll be good stuff.
Comments and follow-ups?
Go for it.
Special username 56 on TikTok says, and he's talking about the Neapolitan shake from In-N-Out.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of were wondering, how do you get all the taste of the Neapolitan in one sip of the shake?
Yeah, trying to figure out the best technique for the most flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they load it in a different order every time? Yes. They say, as a former In-N-Out employee, we fill it in a different order every time.
Oh, interesting.
And sometimes they just swirl it.
See, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Well, and
But I like the layered effect, because then you move the straw and the cup. I'm not doing it again this week.
Right. Now, I wish that there was some way that they could almost do it all 3 at once so that it went vertically instead of horizontally.
Oh.
Because wouldn't that be nice?
So then you just do this?
Yeah.
Do this and suck. All right. For Costco bringing back Coca-Cola. We had somebody say, I live in San Francisco. There's a sugar tax, so my Costco only has diet sodas to keep the price low.
Oh. I mean, I guess that's one way.
That sucks, dude.
It depends. I mean, it's got trade-offs and benefits.
And I'm a diet soda person.
I prefer diet just because it doesn't make me feel as guilty.
Quick plug for our bonus minisode released Friday, where we taste test drive all the Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, it was so fun and so good. And we rank them all too.
Yeah.
So you get to know IF's most favorite and least favorite cookie.
Sort of a cookie cage match. Mm-hmm. We'll spoil it for you here on this show and tell you that the clear winners, the first winner was Caramel Delights.
Yes, otherwise known as a Samoa.
You may know them as Samoas. And then the second winner, I think probably because I just scored it so high, the Adventurefuls.
Well, and I scored it pretty high too. It just wasn't quite as high as the Samoa.
Yeah, the Caramel Delights. I did something today. I have a true confession that I'll make.
Oh, no.
After those two being the clear winners of the competition, I was like, no one's stopping me from having both at the same time.
No.
And I did.
Was it
If you like Adventureful, if you like Samoas, maybe aren't a fan of coconut, or if you like Samoas and want more chocolate and caramel, these things, get them. I know we've been Little Brownie Baker's territory for so long that some people might not know what Adventurefuls are. Get them.
Oh, they're so good. As someone who doesn't even really like chocolate cookies, I like those. I think they're dang good.
And the cookies have that, I don't know how to say it, edge of the brownie taste.
Yes,
They've got that sort
nice
of
crunch. Yeah, it's good.
So good. Other cookies we tried, lemonades, thin mints, and these are in order that we ranked them. Toast Yays, which are going away this year.
I'm so sad about that.
If you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
They're so good.
We tried both the peanut butter ones that I had to abbreviate on our list as Pea-Butt Pat and Pea-Butt Sand.
Anakin Skywalker would hate that other one.
The peanut butter sandwiches get everywhere. And not truffle oils, Apple. Trefoils. Yeah. We didn't try the caramel chocolate chip. Those are ones that the Girl Scouts of Silver Sage, thank you, Kim, didn't send us. I think maybe because, well, they're like vegan, they're gluten-free, and they have limited availability.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe you have to know a guy.
Yeah.
Or
well, you
order
know
them
what?
online or something.
I'm going to call up my dealer and I will get us a box so that we can try it on this show.
And I thought we had a pretty,
little follow-up.
let's do that if we can.
Yeah.
I thought we had a pretty cute AI song. That's your bonus minisode. It's the one before this on your favorite podcast app or YouTube, wherever you're listening or watching. Okay. Big question on the Idaho Falls Facebook groups this week. Does anyone know what virus is going around? All of them.
Yeah.
It's flu season. There's influenza A. There's the Rona.
Which I don't get why it's always like, oh, it's because people are kissing a lot.
Could it be?
That's why.
Could it be? Or is it just the winter?
Yeah.
When we're indoors more?
Yeah.
Like outside, out in the fresh air, the germs have everywhere to go except straight into your face holes.
Right.
I visited, my stepdad got something, got a touch of it, and visited him to bring him a little care package. And what is it with dudes, by the way? You don't get extra points in heaven. You're not going to impress God if you don't take over-the-counter medication.
Right.
You ornery sons of bitches.
Yeah, didn't your dad say that he hadn't taken like headache medicine in 30 years or something ridiculous like that? Like, but why?
Yeah. So
I don't know, maybe men are just kind of masochists.
And learn what they do too. Advil and Aleve both contain ibuprofen, and that helps reduce swelling. Tylenol contains acetaminophen. Excedrin, I think, also contains acetaminophen.
I think so.
I might be wrong.
One of them's.
And I don't know about, naproxen is in Aleve, so that's an anti-inflammatory. Anyway, know what they do. Buy some.
Yeah.
Take them.
Stop suffering.
Yeah, there's no need to suffer, man.
Life is short. We're all chemicals. Take the chemical that will make your other chemicals not feel so bad.
And he's a chemical engineer.
Right.
Anyway, went and visited him. So afterwards, I came home and I popped one of those, you drop it in, it's sort of like an Alka-Seltzer, and then drop it in a small glass of water and it fizzes and you get this high concentrated vitamin C drink. Only I just put the tablet on my tongue and sat there like, it burns.
Which, again, you
For
don't
5
have
minutes.
to suffer.
I don't know, but it's kind of a pleasant pain.
Yeah, okay.
Do I dare say that, dressed like this? But
Hot.
yeah, it was and a couple of what are those Zicam tablets?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Invest in those now. Vitamin C tablets, Zicam tablets, and stay as healthy as you possibly can.
What is it that he calls the Alka-Seltzer tablets in the birdcage?
Oh no, he gets Pirin tablets.
Oh, that's right.
Nathan Lane's character must have his Pirin tablets.
Yeah.
Or he'll faint.
Yeah, and they're aspirin tablets, right?
It's just aspirin that they scraped the AS off of. Just hilarious movie.
So funny.
Yeah, we watched that.
Not too long ago. A couple of months ago, just for fun.
It's a great one to bring back up again.
Good. Yeah.
Another follow-up on a guy we've talked about before. One JoshUA Dybka, or we have his permission to call him JoshUA Dybka.
Yes.
As in urine analysis.
Apparently, it was an old work nickname. We're not going to explain it any more than that.
He's clean. He's fine. It's fine. But you may remember about a month ago, we talked about the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group put together a word cloud.
Yes.
Based on the most popular subjects in the group in 2024.
Yeah. And one of the ones that I noticed and was completely confused by was chili dog.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty big.
Smell was big.
Yeah, that was a massive one.
How are the roads? Lost cat or dog. Those were all big. But then there was chili dog that was notably
Yeah, it was a pretty
sizable.
big one. Yeah, and I just wasn't expecting that.
We had to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's all this one dude who's got like an insane number of points in the group.
Yeah.
Not that it's a contest, but Facebook
kind of
does
a contest.
give you points based on your engagement, and he's got an insane number of points. And
even more than you, correct?
oh yeah, I'm like 10,000. He's got 50,000 points.
Oh wow,
or more.
Okay.
Anyway, we got to talking, and he owns a company here in town, Dirt Excavation. By the way, if for all your excavating needs,
Yeah.
or as some people who ought to know better call it, excavators. There's a hard X there, people. Come on.
Jeez. He even
I know
gave us
this
some really cool
stupid thing that
T-shirts
bugs
too.
me. Exactly. Yes, he did. We're not wearing his merch, but maybe on a future show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wear your merch, Joshua. So I asked him, hey, by the way, while I got you here in the comments section, where's the best chili dog? He said Mitchell's. I said, great. Would love to try it out. Maybe go to lunch with you.
Right.
So we did.
And it was awesome. And he was right. It was an excellent chili dog.
That's a big old dog. That's a big old tube steak.
Right. Well, and okay.
Quarter pounder?
One thing that I look for in chili dogs
Costco
is like
size?
a little bit of tang to it. You know, like
You got to taste those nitrates.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
right.
about. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And this one had it and it was so good. And one thing that I really appreciated was that they served it with fry sauce. You know, like they actually made sure to bring out a big old squirt bottle full of fry sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
They put ketchup, mustard, and a big old bottle of fry sauce on the table.
Yep.
You saw the picture and how the chili dog takes up half the plate
Oh yeah.
with cheese and onion. Oh yeah. If you want, Karley got just extra cheese.
Yeah.
The fries, it was a full meal. And then, because I usually try to whip out the credit card first,
Yeah.
Joshua beat us to it.
I know. It was really sweet of him.
Paid for everything. Thank you, bro.
And it was a great lunch and great to hang out with him.
And you know how, like, the minute you find out your meal's being paid for, suddenly it just tastes better in your mouth?
It does. It's true.
It's great.
Yeah.
Good time. And we could have.
Good conversation, too.
Exactly. Yeah. The guy is a character. He's genuine. He would literally give you the shirt off his back. He's that nice a guy.
Oh, I think so.
Now, that said, he's also opinionated, outspoken. He even admitted to bragging a little bit. And some people he rubs the wrong way. I've seen it happen on Facebook.
Sure.
But I'm here to tell you, the guy's a lovable teddy bear.
I think he seems like a sweetheart.
Yeah. We love you, JoshUA Dybka. Thanks for being a friend of the show, Mr. Chili Dog. Oh, and I didn't know this. He started the Idaho Falls Uncensored Facebook group.
Yes, which is such
Oh.
a fun little fact about him. And it makes perfect sense.
I try never to react to the stuff on there, but I do laugh 2 or 3 times a day because of that.
Oh, sure.
Other things people are bitching about this week.
Oh, let's hear it.
Hitt Road Bridge is now under construction.
Okay. I kind of agree, though.
Well, yeah. They should have done Hitt Road at the same time as the 1st Street Bridge.
At least.
Not the 17th Street Bridge.
Right.
We're already going What are you doing, city of Idaho Falls?
Yeah, it's just been a mess.
So I'm so grateful we're upgrading our infrastructure so that bridges don't collapse underneath my car. And don't you have like an annual planning meeting and go, okay, well, no, we can't do that. I mean, you can do it. Mm-hmm. You're just going to, like, you know how chess players try to win in the fewest amount of moves?
Right.
Efficiency being a thing.
Right.
I mean, wouldn't you like, okay, these are the dozen construction projects we have. Let's try to do them as far away from each other as possible. Like there's a little bit of strategery there, I would think.
Right. Well, and also the traffic can only go so many ways.
Yeah.
You know? So if you block off two of the main ways, where's it going to go?
Uh-huh.
Now,
I predict Ammon Road will become busier. Sunnyside Road.
And the crazy thing is they already are.
Woodruff.
They've already been so crazy.
Mm-hmm. Neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Channing.
It's just been a mess. Now, okay, here's one thing that I want to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, now, don't get me wrong, it was at 5. It was like 5:15.
Which is kind of a crowded time anyway.
Of course.
For our growing town.
But I traveled from basically one side of Hitt over by Wendy's to the other side of Hitt over by First Street, making exactly 2 stops, one at Reed's Dairy and one at Taco Bell. And do you want to know?
Approve.
And do you want to know how long it took me?
Huh.
An hour.
What?
An hour because of the traffic. And really, the restaurants weren't that crazy. Like the restaurant part of it was probably only about half an hour. So it took me half an hour just to drive from point A to point B.
And I believe we've made the observation on this show before that Idaho Falls is now a 15-minute town.
Oh, yeah.
Only a few years ago, it was a 10-minute town. You could leave 10 minutes before your appointment, maybe even get there a little early.
Right.
Now it's a 15-minute town. If you live southeast of Idaho Falls and you're going to the airport, that's a 20-minute drive.
Right.
Yeah. Redonkulous. Anyway, it's happening. So Hitt Road, as you know, is 25th East. It's happening at the intersection of 25th East and 25th South.
Yeah. Basically like right in front of Texas Roadhouse, Joanne's.
Grocery outlet. Yeah. And then I saw a ton of ads by CBS and by Comedy Central, I want to say, saying, hey, you may no longer be able to get us on YouTube. So I looked into it on YouTube TV.
Oh, bummer.
So they're apparently having some sort of a dispute with Paramount or something. Don't quote me. But the two companies are clashing. So YouTube TV might drop CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, and a bunch of others. It's still a little bit of the wild, wild west.
Yeah, I get that.
Streamers try to figure out how to maximize their monetize.
Right.
At your expense, you lucky dog.
I mean, we're just going back to cable.
Yeah.
Not only that, but can I say how pissed I am at how much more advertising there is on everything while the prices are going up. Like, kind of, sort of, how dare you? Like, don't charge me more and then also make me sit through ads that I specifically got this platform to avoid.
And not everybody remembers this. But being the senior member of the IFAF staff, I sure as hell do.
Oh, yeah.
Cable was that way at the beginning.
Yes, of course.
Why watch ads when you can pay for TV and not have no ads? Again, I love capitalism. But late-stage capitalism, where it's at the expense of the consumer...
To such a ridiculous extent.
Ridiculous!
You know, y'all were making enough money before. You didn't need more.
Right.
You know? Just stupid.
But we did watch part of the Super Bowl on Tubi.
Yes.
For free.
Yeah, that's true.
Tubi inserted their own, like, shitty commercials.
Yeah, they were fine.
Oh, there was, and we'll talk about this after the break, there was kind of a cool Super Bowl commercial with somebody local, meaning in our region.
Oh, right.
From Jackson Hole that we'll talk about. But one thing that we started watching before I get rid of Netflix, because they raised their premium price, like we talked about last episode, to $24.99 a month.
Which is insane for any streaming service.
You suggested this, and I had seen it before because it's got Alexis from Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
Annie Murphy. I just love.
Yeah, she's great.
Ew, David.
I know, I love her little hands. David. Yeah.
We started watching on Netflix, Kevin Can F*** Himself.
Uh-huh.
That's the name of the show.
Right. Now they do of course like sort of scratch out the U and the C in that, so you only see the F and the K.
Yeah.
Yeah, which really leaves nothing to the imagination.
Do you remember the show? This was on network TV. Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment.
Yes, 23.
23 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I always really liked the name.
The only quote I remember from that show is, "Want to get weird and play Mario Kart?"
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I think she's holding a bag of shrooms or something.
Okay, that actually sounds like a good time.
But we talk about how far we've come with language.
Right,
just since the days of cutting the cord and going with streaming where anything goes, including the shit we say on our show.
Right. Or like back in the day when you couldn't even say pregnant on cable.
Yeah.
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 Or I guess it wasn't cable back then, but you know what I mean?
You watch old TV shows from the 50s, including, I think, the Flintstones, or was the Flintstones the first show
that had the husband and a wife in the same bed?
In the same bed.
That was the Flintstones, yep.
Otherwise, like in Leave It to Beaver.
Yes, they were always in the 2 twin beds.
Ward, weren't you a little hard on the beaver last night? They were in the 2 twin beds.
Which also...
We've come a long way. Is that progress?
Which as an adult, even as an adult who's shared a queen, I can't imagine going to a twin, you know? Like, I'm either getting my own queen.
You'd fall off.
Or I'm having one, I'm going to share one with someone. But I'm not going to a twin, even if that does mean I technically get more real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time I'll go to a twin is when I'm on a cruise ship.
Right. It just seems wrong.
How much do we want to spoil about Kevin can go f*** himself?
You know, I think...
Kevin can f*** himself, whatever.
Yeah. You just created so much extra work.
I hate myself. What else is new?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to set up sort of the, not necessarily premise, but kind of the hook of it, let's say.
Yeah.
So the thing that made me want to watch it is the fact that it actually switches styles mid-episode. Like basically from scene to scene.
From scene to scene even.
Yeah. So it goes from a traditional sitcom looking show to like Breaking Bad style drama.
Right.
Which I thought was really neat. And it's all based on what perspective you're seeing the show from.
We started watching it and I'm like, and you, I don't know, left the room to do something.
Yeah.
Maybe you knew. Because I'm watching, I'm going, this can't be the show.
Right.
This can't be it.
No, so you paused it right before it switched to the drama part because it starts in the sitcom part.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the hell? And I was like, no, keep watching.
So if we've said enough to interest you, go ahead, skip forward 30 seconds twice on your podcast app. Mm-hmm. You know, in a typical American sitcom, there's the blundering husband. I'm thinking Family Guy.
Mm-hmm. American Daddy.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
The sort of blundering husband and the long-suffering wife.
Right.
When the husband's involved, it shows it from a sitcom perspective. Mm-hmm. And then when the wife is involved in the scene, or she's the primary focus of the scene, it switches to sort of the aftermath and the shit she has to deal with because of her husband, Kevin, and that's why he can f*** himself.
Yes. Yeah. You know, the thing that I really like about it is that because of the style of it, it does allow for some of the zanier moments that you would get in a sitcom like Friends. Like the pivot scene or the turkey on the head scene. Like, you can't have that in a drama show.
Right. The husband's shenanigans are illustrated perfectly in that sitcom format.
Yes, exactly. I like that you get that, but you also get the reality of what that zany shit ends up doing.
What she has to deal with.
Yeah.
And the more you watch it, the more you sort of stop thinking that the husband is cute.
Yes.
And what he does is funny. Mm-hmm. And start thinking, what an annoying
And you start thinking, man, Kevin can really f*** himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has been What to Watch Before You Cancel Netflix.
Right.
With Mike and Karley.
Because we know you're going to cancel too. I think everyone should. Just to see what they do. Just to see if they finally listen and drop the prices.
Looking for a new restaurant for dinner? Feed the whole family at Red's Grill. Red's Grill is a delicious and affordable dinner hotspot.
Enjoy over 20 different gourmet burgers with tasty fries, fresh salads, sandwiches, and more. Like the Viking Burger, super stacked so high they have to spear it with a steak knife.
Feed the whole family affordably at Red's Grill inside the Shilo Inn, Idaho Falls. Mention IFAF to get 20% off your entire meal. Alcohol not included, you party animal.
Do you love Idaho Falls as much as we do? Show it with a unique homegrown hometown tee from Teton T-shirts.
including these cool vintage versions of the Civic Auditorium, the West Bank, and the Water Tower, our famous potato sack design, and the classic I Heart IFT. Check out Teton t-shirts. These exclusive designs are not available in gift shops.
So head to TetonT-shirts.com, link in post. Created in Idaho Falls for Idaho Falls.
We're dedicated to having fun here on IFAF, just like we're dedicated to serving you when it's time to sell your home. Mike helps Idaho, and when it's time to make your move, we can help you too.
We know Idaho Falls, and we know the current real estate market. We'll guide you through the process with ease and confidence. And we're backed and brokered by Keller Williams Realty East Idaho.
Looking to sell your home in 2025? Make your move with Mike Helps Idaho. Link in post.
Ladies, go thrifting for the new year at Elsie's Closet Upscale Resale, Idaho Falls' only thrift store just for women.
Right now, save on blouses, sweaters, dresses, boots, and jewelry, knit cardigans, layering pieces, and bags, and now featuring Bumble and Bleach soapery.
Elsie's Closet. Find trendy, sustainable fashion that's budget-friendly. Look for the pink sign downtown on A Street. It's not just a stop at the thrift, it's a whole vibe.
Who would you rather rely on for your Idaho Falls fiber internet service? An out-of-state company or the best local choice, QuickNet?
Right now, get QuickNet's Crazy Fast 250 service for $37 a month, or their Crazy Fast Gig service for $49 a month.
Unlimited data, no setup fee, no term contract, net neutrality, and hometown-friendly support. For Idaho Falls Fiber, choose QuickNet. New customers, use code IFAF to save 15% on your first 3 months.
Do you want locally raised beef to feed your family through the winter? Right now, Virgin River Land and Cattle Company is offering 25-pound butcher boxes with steaks, roasts, and ground beef.
You can have your very own farm-to-table experience. Find Virgin River Land and Cattle Company on Facebook. New customers use promo code IFAF to save 15% on your first purchase.
Proud to donate $500 to the Snake River Animal Shelter for every Spud Kings home game hat trick.
The talk show with the happy difference. IFAF, Idaho Falls. The talk show with the happy difference.
This thing just goes on and on and on.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when it starts up again. There it goes. Let's listen.
La 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 la. The talk show that's all heart. The talk show with the happy difference. IFAF, Idaho Falls.
Double time.
That's fun.
Isn't that wild?
I like that.
Speaking of the Flintstones,
Right?
it's got that 60s big band sound. This was back when jingles were much
IFAF,
longer.
Idaho Falls.
Much longer and much cooler.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I play that for all the boomers.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great way to get people, involved. Like, make it feel like good old television again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the kind without the ads.
We should get a couple twin beds in here.
I think so. I think so.
I do have a boomer complaint, and it's one I've seen. So I thought it was original with me.
Oh, yeah?
I thought it was original with me. Like, I thought that the after shower, still in the shower, once you've turned the water off, full body hand squeegee motion, so you don't leave a big puddle on the mat outside the shower technique was original with me, but apparently everybody knows that too.
Everybody, yeah.
Oh, all right.
You should see the puddles in my bathroom.
But stop making me download an app for everything.
Right.
Do I still look at a phone and the number of apps on it like a desktop? Mm-hmm. Speaking of boomers, and I'm not like this, I have exactly 6 icons on my desktop.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't live like that.
Okay. When you got a new laptop,
Yes.
we were pulling stuff over from your old laptop.
Yeah. Okay, listen. So that
was a nightmare.
So that laptop I used basically from the time I left high school to the time I left college. So, and a few years after. So a good 10 years on this thing.
Okay.
But college was the time that I really filled that desktop because there was more than one time when I had to get into an assignment quickly so I could print it on my way to class, and I only had a few minutes, and I didn't want to search for it, so I just put it on my desktop. But then afterward, I just sort of forgot to put it in a folder, and it just stayed there, and then it became
All
a big
I hear
thing.
is excuse, excuse, excuse.
You know what?
And I'm a minimalist. I understand that I'm a little bit on the opposite end of the spectrum. But speaking of spectrum, this whole rant might be. But I know that when I view my phone and there's too many apps on it, I get delete crazy.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I got my
get that.
real estate apps, the social apps that everybody has, and a few other things. And it just seems so disorganized to me. I've even organized them by page. But, you know, this lamp behind you came with an app. There's another lamp off camera that's responsible for the slight pink glow on the black curtain behind you, comes with an app.
Yeah.
So I thought this was an epic rant, and I wanted to share from one Robert Sterling, who says, I don't want to connect my coffee machine to the Wi-Fi network. I don't want to share the file with OneDrive. I don't want to download an app to check my car's fluid levels. I don't want to scan a QR code to view the restaurant menu.
Right. It would be nice to have a couple more analog things, or at the very least, have apps that are universal.
Yeah.
You know, like the fact that you could go to Best Buy back in the day and buy a universal remote so
Oops.
that you could just hand that to your kid and they could control all of the devices and they didn't have to ask you every 5 seconds, oh, is it the silver remote or the black remote? You know?
He keeps going, I don't want to let Google know my location before showing me the search results.
He's got a point.
It's not going to stop. We have all got to get on board. I just sometimes hate this reality,
Right. Well, and okay.
this timeline.
Well, and also there are a few things that are just ridiculous. Okay, like, here's the thing. My car technically has a remote start, but you have to pay a fucking subscription for it. I already paid tens of thousands of dollars for the car, and now you assholes want a subscription so I can use all of the features that you already put in there? Why'd you bother putting them in?
And what's the name of the Subaru subscription service?
Starlink.
Okay. Let's add Starlink to our list of things that can GOAF.
Yeah. Starlink can go fuck himself.
Kevin and Starlink.
And don't
Let's
get me
start
wrong.
a list. We'll keep this going.
And don't get me wrong, I love my soup. And the dumb thing is, and I hate that I didn't do it, but I even negotiated with the dealership that I bought it from for them to put in an aftermarket remote start. So I didn't have to pay those fuckers to do it, but I had to go get it done within like a month. And it was like a week after when I finally had a chance to, because, you know, right after I got my car, things got a little crazy in my life. And so I never went and got it done. And I would have had to pay. So it sucked. And I was super bummed, but whatever. And also, f*** you, Starlink.
I think we've broken the record for most fucks in this episode.
I guess I have a lot of fucks to give.
So I'd just like to say,
You're going to have to find an epic quack for that.
not sure what we're going to... That might have been a dolphin. Although, did you know that the SpongeBob swearing sound effect isn't a dolphin?
Well, I mean, it's meant to be a dolphin, but of
It's
course
meant
it's
to
not
be a
actually
dolphin.
a dolphin.
You know what it really is?
Let me
I'm
think.
about to blow your fucking mind right now.
Is it a deflated balloon that they just squeak together?
No,
What is it?
it's a kookaburra.
Oh,
You know that Australian bird that laughs really weird?
yeah, we've got one at the zoo here in town. They're
Mm-hmm.
very cute. I like them. Interesting.
Look it up. I'm not wrong.
Okay, but like, did they change how high pitched it is? Did they change
Nope.
the sound?
I don't think so. Huh. That's a kookaburra.
Okay,
That's the
interesting.
bird that there's a song about, I guess, in Australia that men at work ripped off for Do You Come From the Land Down Under?
Oh, funny.
Look at me, I'm a brand new Hyundai. That one?
I mean, I know the kookaburra, kookaburra, or something like that.
You know the song?
I know.
I don't know this
I know
song.
that song.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
How many
if
songs
that's-
about kookaburras can there be?
Right. I just remember when I was a kid, I had one of those educational VHS tapes, you know, and it had the Kookaburra song on it. And I liked the song, so I watched it.
That's
That was
cuckoo.
that was my cocoa melon.
Yeah, you're cocoa for kookaburras.
I guess so.
Okay. Sometimes we get off topic here.
It happens.
Oh, and one last thing about boomers. Kids these days are calling, when you update your profile picture and it's an AI shot,
Oh yeah.
which I've noticed a lot of people, and I don't think it has a gender, men and women alike, they hit 40, they start to see this happen, the crow's feet.
I get it.
And so they do an airbrushed AI version of themselves. Kids these days are calling that boomer art.
Oh, funny. I kind of get it. And I will say that I do think that AI is kind of the new mom Facebook profile pic.
Okay.
The one where like the angle is all the way up here.
Yeah.
And it's like so blown out you can't even see her nose.
Right. Like you
Yeah.
can't tell what the person looks like because the photo is so overexposed.
Yes.
I'd rather look like shit on my profile picture just so you can see me. And of course, my face sometimes is my business.
Right.
I go to meet clients that I'm already friends with on Facebook and I want to look like
Yeah, you want
my
people
profile
to recognize
picture.
you. Yeah.
Right. If I keep this weight loss going, I might need a new headshot B2X.
That'd be nice.
What's up, buddy? Well, I guess one more thing. You know how teachers, when you were in kindergarten, they would lick their fingers before turning a page?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I've started doing that.
Okay, but like, why? I don't think that it really increases your grip that much.
I'm going to start doing the Eliza Schlesinger old hag voice. As an elder millennial.
I'm way more elder than that. But no, it does increase your grip. I think your natural body oils usually like if I'm going to grab a Ziploc bag out of the roll of Ziploc bags, usually I can
Okay,
just go,
fair.
I can take my fingers and go floop
Yeah, and kind of open
and
it.
pull.
Yeah.
And now I have to go,
So good.
believe me, it disgusts us
I was-
just as much as it disgusts you kids.
Yeah, I was just about to say, so good to know that all of the like Ziploc baggies in your house are just covered in spit. Yeah. Yuck.
And it'll happen to you.
It'll happen to you.
Okay, there's got to be, I feel like there's got to be a better way. Especially post-COVID.
Is it time to break out this survey?
Yes. Okay, so the tricky thing is I'm not allowed to show you all of it because it literally says that I cannot share this survey link.
Oh, damn. Does it say don't share this link under penalty of anything? Does it say don't share this link or else?
It says, please do not share your survey link. This survey is for randomly selected households only. So I'm assuming that they don't.
And you were hoping, you're so excited to get
Yes,
this.
I couldn't believe that I got this
Yeah.
because I literally said, 2 episodes ago that I was hoping that I would get one. And then today I go and I get my mail and there it is.
You are an Idaho Falls Power customer.
That's true, I am.
So someone
yeah.
at the city could know where you live. So this is what to look for. It says, Idaho Falls resident, we want to hear from you. If you have not yet completed the Idaho Falls 2025 community survey, please do so. And then they say, please do not share the survey link. We typed in the URL they gave us.
Yes.
Do you want to go over some with your fancy gloves? By the way, check out these fancy gloves Karley has.
Okay.
Can you scroll with the touch screen?
I actually can.
Oh, nice.
I know. It's amazing, right?
What are some of the questions they ask? Anything
But
interesting?
sometimes it does fucky stuff like that. Yes. Okay, so they've got a couple of really neat ones.
Okay.
Okay, so...
We can do this, right? This is okay, right?
Yeah, because you can't answer it,
So,
except for in your own head.
yeah, here are the questions they're asking.
So the cool thing is that they do it on a scale from excellent to don't know. Well, I guess it goes excellent, good, fair, poor, and don't know. Those are your options for each
So
thing.
5 choices.
Yeah.
So you can't pick. That's interesting. They do an even number. Okay.
Right.
So you can pick one right in the middle, which will give them 0 data to go off of.
Actually, no, you cannot. Because you
are
only
there
have
6?
4 other than don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Because don't know's the 5th one.
Yeah, don't know doesn't
Okay.
really count.
Because I was going to say I've taken a Gallup poll before. You're
Right.
familiar with the
Yeah.
Gallup poll. And they only gave like 4 choices. So there could be no
Okay.
middle response because that doesn't really do anything
Right.
for the people studying the responses.
Right. They
It's
want to
got
know if you fall more on one side or the other.
Yeah, it's got to either be the below the average mark or above the average mark. So
Right, right.
interesting. All right.
So please rate each of the following aspects of quality of life in Idaho Falls. Idaho Falls as a place to live. Your neighborhood as a place to live. Idaho Falls as a place to raise children. Idaho Falls as a place to work. Idaho Falls as a place to visit. Idaho Falls as a place to retire. Overall quality of life in Idaho Falls and sense of community.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so they really just want to get a sense from the citizens of the city
Right.
how they feel about the city.
Now that's just question 1. It looks like they have a total of, let's see here. I'm going to scroll
Scrolling.
as far as I can. They have 32 questions, all with multiple pieces like that. Now, some of them it looks like are demographic questions, like your gender, age, that sort of thing. But then there are, let's see here.
So they can say Idaho Falls, Idaho is the best place to live for men and women over 54.
With such and such income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Ooh, and
When are
it's
they gonna-
asking about parking?
Publish this, I wonder. Parking
I'm
sucks. We can tell you that.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really excited to take this. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so glad that I was chosen for this.
I was not one of the chosen.
Well, it's okay. I can let you help me, I guess.
All right, go ahead. Let's close this link.
Yeah.
We're going to
yeah.
close this.
We're going to keep it secret, keep it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the iPad so that we don't want to mess with any results or
Right.
anything.
Right.
So if you watch the Super Bowl ads,
Mm-hmm.
like I did, it was great. Oh, by the way, I was underwhelmed by the Kendrick Lamar performance,
Yeah.
but then I read all of the sort of feedback on it
Well, and
and
I
all the
get that.
insight on it.
Right.
Like, okay, you may have noticed that the African-American backup dancers were wearing red, white, and blue and formed the shape of a flag.
Right.
And that was all sort of a metaphor for America being built on the backs of blacks. And he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. The symbolism in it, I think, was impressive.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day, it's a performance. You know, it's supposed to be
Right. Like, okay.
one of the biggest ones of the year.
I went to a U2 concert once
Right.
when they were huge. Hundreds of dollars a ticket. Delta Center in Salt Lake City. Concert in the round so they could fit more people in.
Right.
And Bono got political. And I'm just, I'm sitting there for 20 minutes going, I don't care.
Yeah. Kinda.
I just want to rock.
Right.
Like after the Kendrick Lamar performance, that again was nice to go back and read all the symbolism about.
Sure.
My algorithm must have known. So it showed me the 1993 Michael Jackson Super Bowl performance.
Oh, yeah?
Holy shit.
Right.
Where he stands there for 90 seconds like the king of pop.
Yes.
McGurd.
Right. Right. That's the thing. The symbolism is great. The showmanship,
Right.
I think, fell flat.
Right. Then again,
You know?
I'm a Idahoan. What do I know?
Well, okay, but also, that's the thing, especially with the Super Bowl. That's when you have to go with mass appeal.
Yes.
You know?
Okay, right.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
the fact that he didn't, I think, is kind of, I don't know, like, I get that you win a bunch of Grammys, and that's great that critics think that you're awesome, but also, if the masses don't like you, then what does that, like, how does that even translate fully?
And I'm always
You know?
always here for a good diss. So when he said Drake
Right.
and looked right at the camera and smiled, had Drake's ex, Serena Williams, on.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, that was all good.
I think the biggest disappointment for me regarding the halftime show was just that my little prediction didn't come true. I really wanted to see one of the background dancers
Yep.
just get a little carried away with the music and just steal the show a little.
And Katy Perry left Shark It.
yeah,
that
I was
didn't
really
happen.
hoping. Dang it.
That didn't happen. Well, to Kendrick's credit, it was, for what it was well put together.
Yes,
And
all
well
of the pieces
executed.
were very well executed. I just wish that there would have been something a little extra fun in there.
So if you
Yeah.
watch the ads like we did, you may have seen this one. Check it out.
When I think wildlife, I think of a window into the past. As guides, we like to show people their first moose, their first wolf.
We see a lot of movement through there.
What makes a great guide is to know where to be at different times. Gemini for Google Sheets has been a very powerful tool. For patterning where we've had sightings during different times of the year, we can learn a lot from wildlife. It's always moving. It's always changing.
So that's for Google Gemini, which I believe is part of their AI. Maybe that is the name of their AI?
Yes.
I've got
I
a
think
link
so.
to it on my desktop, and it's sort of like their Chat GPT and art creation and stuff, but they
Yes.
also have image effects. So, and how that works with Google Sheets, and it's all integrated. And the people featured in it were from BrushBuck Tours, based in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Amber Peters is the owner. Her brother, Adam Lackner, I think, was in it. They do year-round wildlife tours in Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Park.
It's basically like a Western safari.
Yeah, really cool. And they also do like safaris too. They're in Alaska, South Africa, Kenya, Botswana, and Tanzania.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Man. So
they're
you
kind of a
could-
big deal.
So you could go on vacation with these folks basically all over the world if you wanted. That's kind of fun.
So BrushBuck Tours, that's why you are IFAF this week. Crisp high five, 21 finger gun salute,
you.
and chef's kiss.
To you.
Then we saw a post from Todd Kunz.
Yes.
Now, you may know him. He is the TV newsman on... So, Channel 3 and Channel 8 are in, I believe, still what is called an LMA.
Right.
And this was a product of the FCC deregulation 25 years ago or more, where the same owner was allowed to own multiple radio stations and television stations in the market. So it could be said that the news on 3 and 8 are the same.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's an anchor for one of them, I want to say mostly 3. He's been a fixture in this market for 20 plus years, I want to say.
Long time.
30 plus year career, 20 plus years here in East Idaho. Todd Kunz, you can probably picture his face. And I honestly don't know much about the guy other than what other people have told me. Do you remember Roddy's story?
I do.
What's up, Roddy TV? And we're going to talk about him again in just a second. You can find his podcast based in Idaho Falls, usually with Maddie Danger.
Yeah.
And he just talked about what a nice guy Todd was. And I've heard a lot of people echo that.
Right. Well, and the fact that he actually cares about important issues too.
So Todd said clearly the sequence of events was he found out a week before Thanksgiving that Local News 8 wasn't going to renew his contract. And he shared that news after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, somebody on Facebook got a little confused. We won't say who it is because after they were called out, they deleted their comments. Somebody in town got a little confused because their reading comprehension, which you've talked about quite a bit.
It's sad to see.
So many people put themselves through such hardship
Yeah.
because they didn't just read the post.
Yeah.
They skimmed it.
Well, and here's the thing that makes me even more mad. You didn't even have to read it. You could go back and watch the clip, buddy.
So Todd, here is your open invitation to appear. We have to make special accommodations to have guests on this show. We'll do that for you. We'd love to hear your side of the story after February 28th, his last day. You're welcome to come on our show and we'll sip some tea,
Yeah.
herbal or verbal. Okay, the offer's there.
Yeah. Be cool.
Back to Roddy TV. He has, if you're wondering about all these protests in Idaho Falls, there was just one this past weekend. It was an anti-Trump policy rally or
Yeah.
protest.
Which I'm actually really glad they made that distinction.
Yeah.
Especially because I think that people have gotten so divided, straight down the lines, and they're not really, I feel like people have sort of stopped being critical of whoever their chosen head is. And that's exactly the opposite of what I want people to do. At the end of the day, if you are worshiping a political figure as if there's some kind of God who can do nothing wrong, you are doing it wrong, bud.
Yeah, when you buy into the cult of personality.
Yeah.
But, I know a lot of people voted for Trump just because of party lines. Some people voted for Trump because they genuinely like him as a person. Some people hate him as a person, but like his policies.
Right. See, and I would much rather vote for someone I hated as a person who I knew would enact policies that I
Right.
believed in
Yeah,
versus
exactly.
someone who I liked that wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's how you should be voting, people. Just remember that.
We are going to change the name of the Snake River to the IFAF River. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Since we're just renaming bodies of water now.
Call Google Maps and get that done.
I love it. Let's do it.
But then there was a rally a couple weeks before that. Mm-hmm. It was the ICE rally or the ICE protest.
Right.
And Roddy had some really good insight on that protest on his show. So go back on his show a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Or hit him up on Instagram. He's got some good reels about it.
Nice.
For example, when they were organizing the protest, they said, hey guys, bring American flags. And no one listened. So they brought like Mexican flags and Guatemalan flags and anything but American flags. Well, because they wanted to represent, where they were from. Right. I kind of get it. And,
sure.
And, you mean people don't listen?
Yeah, shocking.
People don't listen to instructions?
They don't. Like, I would get it if you brought one of each. Then you can rep both.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sort of contrary to the opening where we showed you the AI summary of IFAF. According to them, we are the news, but if you want hard news like that, you know where to go.
Yeah.
Hard news like that on this show can GOAF.
Just like Kevin.
Should we add that to the list? And Subaru Starlink?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. All right. We have just a little bit of time left. And I wanted to hear, you had mentioned you went to...
Do you want to lighten things up a little? Because I would love to.
Can we a little?
Yeah. So one thing I love is a market.
Okay, Alexis.
Yeah. So a couple of weekends ago, I got to go to not one, but two, more or less, farmers markets in a weekend. It was glorious.
In the middle of winter?
I'm pretty sure I was thriving. All right. But basically, I got to go to the normal winter farmers market, which is at the Snake River Event Center, which was super fun. And
Shilo Inn.
it was so good to get back to my good old farmers market folks.
And we'll talk about them a couple more times coming up.
And I also got to go to the Oddities and Curiosities Market.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of jelly about that.
Right.
When I saw what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad because I know you were working that day, so I didn't really bother you. But I should have picked you up something, and I feel like a total turd for not doing that.
You can't hug every kitty.
Well, but I can hug you.
Yeah, but in this analogy, you can't go to everything that looks cool.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, anyway, I wanted to share my favorite thing from each of the markets.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. This isn't like always going to be the case, but these were two that really stood out to me that I had exceptional experiences with while I was there. At the farmer's market, I went to a booth called The Very Good Shop, and it was so fun and pink. It had all of these neat little crafts, and the thing that drew me in was this really...
That doesn't sound like you at all.
I know, who would have guessed? But she had this really cute picture of a little frog in a cowboy hat. So I got a couple of stickers from her, and I'm planning on buying a print of that frog to put on my wall at some point. Because he's just darn cute, but
is that going to be your next pet? You've got a dog, 2 cats, and a rat.
A mouse.
Mouse.
I do love rats, though. I think they're so cute. And they're so smart. Mm-hmm. So she had a super cute shop. She was a super cute gal. Go check her out on Instagram. It's very_good_shop. And then the other shop that I went to the next day at the Oddities and Curiosities Market that I really liked was Ellie Cat's Crochet, or Ellie Cat Crochet, I think is what it actually is. My bad.
Is she the one with the... I don't know how to say this, so I'll just say it. The butthole cats?
The butthole cat coasters?
Yeah.
No, she did not make those.
Okay.
That was a fun thing that a different friend of ours was talking about.
Whitney posted that.
Although I bet you she could crochet those. But no, I actually, the item that I bought from her that was probably my favorite thing that I bought at the market was a plush Mothman. And he's so cute, and his eyes are so big and so red. And yeah, he was just so adorable. And I was really impressed by the fuzz that she does around him. She had all kinds of fun cryptids, including like jackalopes and, oh gosh, I can never remember the name of them, but they basically look like a pair of white pants. Oh gosh, what are they called? They're like the Tuscaloosa, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
But anyway, they basically look like a pair of white pants.
Slender pants?
Yeah, kind of. Basically, like, if you're a woman during that time of a month, they will be the most terrifying thing that you can think of. Okay. All right. But yeah, she had those. She had some little Valentine's bats. She had some cute stuff.
All right. So check out Very Good Shop and Ellie's.
Ellie Cat Crochet.
Ellie Cat Crochet. Tell you what, we'll put links in this post.
Yeah, love it.
To them. So you can go check them out if you want. And let's talk about what's coming up.
Yes, please. This weekend, we've got 2 different events coming up. For one, we've got the Winter Brew. This is going to be held at the Broadway Plaza. That's going to be this Saturday from 1 to 5. They're going to have local musicians, brews, and tunes from out west and cold dark whiskey.
And probably not handing out tickets for public consumption right there in that plaza.
Probably not.
So get drunk in public. I'm sorry, please drink responsibly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, don't be silly. Don't be silly gooses. We don't need those. But the other one I'm actually really excited about, because despite the fact that I've got absolutely none of my own, I think tattoos are very, very cool. And that is the Idaho Falls Tattoo Convention. That's going to be at the Snake River Event Center, which is in the Shilo Inn, in case you forgot. It's going to be going on from this Friday, the 21st, all the way to this Sunday. Well, I guess next Sunday, technically, which is the weekend. 23rd. Yes. Right. Yeah. So the nice thing is you can do tattoo, brew, and then tattoo again, which is pretty cool. And it's going to have area tattoo artists and vendors.
Okay.
And moving into March, we've got some really fun ones. One that I personally love, which is the Fur Ball.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's perfect because it's dressing up and it's all about critters, which are 2 of my favorite things.
It's a benefit for the Snake River Animal Shelter.
It is. And they always do such a good job with it. Yeah. Now, that's going on March 8th at the Snake River Event Center. And yeah, go there.
So also at the Shilo Inn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is super cool.
Just down the street from the Snake River Animal Shelter.
Right, which is great.
Yeah, cool.
I'm really excited to go. I know it's going to be a blast. They always do such a great job. And this year, the theme is Rock Out with Your Paws Out.
All right.
Super cute.
I'm glad it's not the other.
I mean, yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah.
All right, now let's see here. It looks like the other thing going on in March is ACT, which is Ammon Arts Community Theater, presenting The Wind in the Willows.
My buddy Jacob Meldrum will be in that. You may remember me raving about his performance as Gomez Adams.
And Nicely.
We were together
fantastic.
in a musical.
I wish I could have seen the Addams Family.
The guy is, I don't know whether he gives 120% or if he only gives like 60%.
But he's just that good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he makes it look effortless.
He does.
He's really good. He's going to be the rat.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think this is the regional premiere that hasn't been shown in this area.
Oh, fun.
Ever.
Kind of like the Prince of Egypt.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
A lot of firsts.
Nice. That's going to be at the Thunder Ridge Performing Arts Center, March 6th to the 11th. And yeah, basically a musical version of the children's classic with our friend Jacob Meldrum as the rat.
Yeah, a variety of stuff to do. Of course, we'll see you if you're going to the Queerhearts Gothic Gala this Saturday night, 7 to 11 at the Deck. That's our show. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Toodaloo, my dudes.
IFAF episode 80. Red Dress Concert and Jazzy Ladies. Suck the vitamin C until it hurts. Gothic Gala, dancing and desserts. Nosferatu, la la la. At the Gothic Gala, Edgar Allan Poe, la 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 la. At the Gothic Gala, la la. Halftime at the Super Bowl. Ad with BrushBuck in Jackson Hole. Chili dog and Girl Scout cookie. Valentine's weekend, all the nookie. The crow, the craft, the cure, la la. At the Gothic Gala, la. Wednesday, Adams and Dracula. At the Gothic Gala, la la. Curiosities for the shelf. Kevin and Starlink, F yourself. SpongeBob